I'm Syed Kamall, a member of the European Parliament for London, but also leader of the European Conservatives and Reformists group, the third largest group in the European Parliament. That means that I'm very interested in the issue of how Brexit will impact the UK, but also impact many of the industries and continue to do business. One of the sectors I'm hugely involved in is the tech sector, and I'm very proud to be on the Tech UK Brexit Advisory Council. Given that I'm here with Josh Kallmer today from the ITI, the Information Technology Industry Council from Washington, DC, represents a number of large tech companies, and we're here to talk about some of the impacts of Brexit, but also some of the big issues that are affecting the industry. So Josh, tell me a bit about ITI to start off with.
Sure, and first of all, Syed, thanks for having me. ITI is a collection of about 60 of the world's most dynamic and innovative companies, virtually all large technology companies, and we share a single mission, which is to bring about the most enabling policy environments we can around the world.
And today we've been talking a bit about some of the big political challenges and how it impacts on the sector itself. Right. I know we've been talking from your point of view of your members, but we've also been talking about the point of view of the whole sector. Tell me a bit about your initial reaction to Brexit and some of the issues, challenges, and some of your hopes.
Yeah, well, I think it's no surprise. A lot of tech companies were not happy with the Brexit result. It was surprising, and it wasn't their first choice. That being said, the nature of this industry is to look to the future, and so very shortly after the referendum, there was talk about how to make the best of that. And I think that's exactly how the sector is thinking about it. These companies have tremendous investments in the UK, tremendous investments in Europe. It's a global industry. It's critical that all of these relationships succeed.
And one of the things I love about tech is the fact that it thrives on innovation, but it also takes advantage sometimes of disruption and the changes in the political atmosphere, etc. One of the important things here is that you represent a number of the larger companies. What are some of the smaller companies saying to you?
It's interesting, and in a way that is why our partnership with Tech UK is so important, is because Tech UK also has hundreds of small businesses in it. What they're saying and what we recognize is that they're part of the same ecosystem. So small businesses use the internet and use digital technologies to reach customers that they would have no hope of reaching otherwise. And that kind of symbiotic relationship is critical. And so we view them as very much a part of the conversation. They seem, not only seem to, but we know that they have very similar policy priorities, which are to make sure that regulations are aligned, data flow, can flow freely across borders. When there are regulatory restrictions, the big tech companies can get through it. It's a pain in the neck, but they can hire lawyers, they can overcome the regulatory barriers. For small businesses, this could be the difference between being in business and not.
As you know, I'm part of the Tech UK Brexit Advisory Council. And one of the things I'm asking myself as a politician, but also a member of that advisory council, is what can I do to make sure that we continue to make sure that the United Kingdom is open to the best global talent, continues to be seen as a huge hub of innovation? And what are the challenges that we will face? And also, what can Tech UK do?
Right. Well, first of all, just you asking that question is very encouraging. I mean, I think that the starting position is one that views the UK incredibly favorably, right? Rule of law, incredibly sophisticated, English speaking, very innovative. And so the structural attributes of the UK are positive. The UK has a really important opportunity in a way out of these sort of challenging political times to be a leader on technology issues.
As you know, I'm a member of the European Parliament for London, and I'm hugely proud of the fact that London is one of the most open cities in the world, and the fact that we've got all this innovation. You've heard of the Silicon Roundabout. We've got other areas of innovation. What do you need to see from London to make sure that we continue to be at the forefront of tech and as a partner with the US as well?
Right. I think in a way, and I don't intend to dodge the question at all. I think it is largely to keep doing what London has done that has caused it to be so innovative, relatively not even low regulation, just very thoughtful regulation where it matters, ensuring that companies that trade in services, whether in the financial services sector or other services sectors, can continue to do that, to fight for market access in other markets so that London can continue to be sort of an entrepot to other markets for those things. In standing up for the importance of free, cross-border data flows, that supports all of the things that London is so well known for. And then I think continuing to be open to people from around the world is another ingredient of success.
Well, Josh, I want to thank you. This has been hugely interesting and challenging and fascinating. When we look at, thank you. When we look at some of these issues, it's really important that as Britain prepares for Brexit, that I, as a politician, but also my fellow politicians, but also Tech UK, is that we speak with as many people from the tech sector who want to talk about the challenges, but to make sure that Britain remains and continues to be an open country, open to the best talent in the world, but also continues to offer innovative solutions to the rest of the world, so Britain can continue to be a hub for innovation.